Welcome back, readers, for some more theme work. Remember what theme is, what the author is trying to teach you. Not about the characters, but the life lesson, what helps you to become a better person. We worked on it last week. We're going to work on it some more this week. You should have your themes page, which has themes 1 and 2. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do these together. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, you're going to do the trifold with me and some independent. And then Thursday, you're going to do 2 on your own, okay? So go ahead and get your page. And remember, what I write, you write. And we are going to get started on our themes, okay? So I will go ahead and read it. And I want you to be thinking. A lumberjack, that's a guy that cuts down wood. A lumberjack was working when he dropped his axe and it fell into the water. He stood on the bank and began to cry, for without his axe, he couldn't make a living. The Greek god Mercury appeared on the riverbank and felt sorry for the woodman. He offered to retrieve the man's axe for him, but decided to test him first. He dove into the water and brought up an axe made of pure silver. He offered the axe to the man. No, said the man, this isn't mine. Honest guy, right? Then Mercury fetched up an axe made of gold. The man rejected it as well. Finally, Mercury dove down and brought up the woodman's own plain wooden axe, which he gracefully accepted. Mercury was so impressed with the man that he gave him the other 2 axes as well. When the woodman got home, he told his neighbor what had happened. Hoping to get the same luck, the man threw his own axe in the river. Mercury appeared to him also, brought up a silver axe, and this man claimed it as his own. Mercury punished him by throwing the silver axe back into the river and refusing to retrieve the axe he had thrown. Okay, so let's be thinking here. What happened in our story? In the beginning of our story, our lumberjack lost his axe. Then Mercury was testing him. Did he fall for it? And so he got his axe back, plus the 2 other ones. So let's be, and then we have the new guy who lied about the whole thing and tried to get a silver axe as well. That didn't work, did it? What do you think the lesson is that the author is trying to teach us about life? Not about not dropping your axe, okay? Because that's about the character. What about life? I bet we're thinking the same thing. Honesty, exactly. Always be honest, or always tell the truth, okay? I'm sure your mom and dad have said if you were just honest, you would get into less trouble. I know I've said that to both of my kids. If you lie about it, you get into more trouble, right? And how do you make your choice? This is where we're going to put text evidence, okay? So I'm going to write this here so we remember we're getting something from the text that tells us always be honest. What from the text reminds us to always be honest? There's a few pieces of evidence in there, but I'll tell you what I'm going to say. The man rejected the gold one. That isn't mine, the silver one, okay? Those kind of things are telling me that he was being honest, because he's like, no, dude, that's not mine. Thanks, but no thanks, right? So we are going to write that down. He wouldn't accept the silver or gold axes. All right. Because he wouldn't take them, that's telling us you should be honest. Hopefully, if that happened to you guys, you would do the same thing. I bet it would, right? You'd be honest, right? Okay. We are going to read our second one now. And I want you to be thinking about the theme. And we're thinking about the beginning, middle, and end, putting those details together and coming up with what is the author trying to teach us about life, a life lesson. Not about the character, or not that he learned how to tie his shoe. What about life that everybody can learn? One sunny day, a wild boar was sharpening his tusks. Okay, first of all, do you know what a wild boar is? Kind of like a pig. And his tusks are like an elephant's tusks. Okay, so he was sharpening his tusks against the stump of a tree when a fox walked by. Now, the fox was always looking for a chance to make fun of his neighbors. So he made a great show of looking anxiously around and pretending that there was a hidden enemy nearby. The fox teased the boar and made fun of him, but the boar kept right on working. "Why are you doing that?" asked the fox at last with a mean grin. "There isn't any danger that I can see." "True enough," replied the boar, "but when danger does come, I won't have time to sharpen my tusks, and you won't have time to sharpen your claws either. My tusks will be ready for battle, so I will have nothing to fear." What do you think the author's trying to teach us? So let's talk about our story. In the beginning, the boar is sharpening his tusks. The fox walks by and said, "There's nobody around. Why are you sharpening them? There isn't any danger." And then at the end, the boar says, "True enough, but when danger does come, I won't have time to sharpen my tusks, and you won't have time to sharpen your claws either." So the boar is doing what? He's sharpening his tusks, but we're not wild boars. We're not going to sharpen our tusks, right? So the boar is doing what? He is preparing, right? Always be prepared. Don't wait, or it could be, don't wait for the last minute to do something. I tell Bennett that all the time. Don't wait for the last minute because you never know how long it's going to take to do. Like a project, don't wait until the day before it's due. You got to work on it. What is the theme? Always be prepared. Okay, just like me, I keep extra masks in my purse and in my car, just in case I lose mine. I've always got extras. Mom's purses are like a Mary Poppins bag, I bet. Mine is what it was. Okay, how did you make your choice? What are some pieces of evidence within the text that tells us to be prepared? There's a couple. Okay, there isn't any danger around, but the boar says, "So what? When danger does come, I won't have time. My tusks will be ready." Oh, this is our text evidence. Okay. So because the boar is saying, "My tusks will be ready for the battle," that leads us to think, okay, we're always going to be prepared. He keeps sharpening his tusks, even though there isn't any danger. That's a U, tusks, not tasks. All right, and keep this because on Thursday, you're going to do two passages that are similar. They're going to have different themes though, okay? And that way, if you have this still, you can use it to refer to, oh yeah, that's what Mrs. Peters means with text evidence, okay? I like these little stories. We learn lessons in these fables that you worked on last week as well. So tomorrow you're going to need your anthology, Big Word, Big Buck, and your trifold, and we'll do some of that together and some on your own, of course. All the while looking for a theme, what the author is trying to teach you. Not that the boar was sharpening his tusks. Yes, he did that in the story. Theme is not about the characters. It's about their actions and what we can learn from them. Got it? All right. See you tomorrow.